Fish on!
Yes! Oh, man!
There's a sail on the flat. Sail on the flat.
That's a pair of slammers, boys.
Nice fish.
Reelin' in the Keys with host Captain George Clark Jr.
Welcome to Reelin' in the Keys. I'm Captain George Clark Jr. and we're heading out of Robbie's Marina right now with my buddy Captain Brian Cohn on the charter boat, the Contagious. Gonna head offshore, have a little fun, look for some sailfish. There's some dolphin around, so come along with us. I saw you scooping bait there out of that giant bait cage that you got. So what do we got in the well right now? We're gonna go catch pilchards, but look like goggle eyes.
We had a few goggle eyes, some cigar minnows, a few sardines, thread fins. It was the variety.
Smorgasbord.
The variety pack.
The variety pack. Well, that's looking around right now in the shallows for pilchards. So Captain Brian's up in the tower looking right now, and when he sees them, he's gonna let Dan know to go ahead and throw the net, and hopefully we'll strike it rich.
Hey, they're running by right now. Be ready. Best throw yet, Dan.
You popped the net open there,
You should
Dan.
see how thick they are right here, George.
Huh?
They're thick.
Oh, man down, man down. Geez, Captain Brian, if we get a bite on each one of those today, it's going to be a great day.
I would say so.
All right, let's go do it. All right, Brian, so we got the hot report this morning. We got our bait, but sounds like there's some blackfins out there popping on the surface and some free jumpers.
Yeah, a few of the charter boats out of Islamorada. Paul Ross on the Relentless. He started off this morning, saw a couple free jumpers, decided to set up on them, and ended up getting covered up with big blackfin tunas. So that was a nice bonus.
Oh, that's definitely the way to start your morning out anyways with clients. So what's the plan then? What do you want to do? We're going to slide out there and look around?
We're going to go out and see if we can find a current edge, maybe hopefully find a free jumper or two. It's always great to see the actual fish you're targeting.
Absolutely, I like that.
And if there's one, there's usually a few of them in that area. And with good bait, and I think we'll get a few bites throughout the day.
Kind of close to where we're going to set up and fish. Brian's up there in the tower. He's looking around a little bit, and we're getting some kite tackle together. Put the kites out in the air and dangle some baits off of it. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled and see if we see any free jumpers or a dolphin coming right down sea here. Good conditions today, maybe 2 to 3 footers, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Kite fishing allows for a bigger presentation. You cover more water.
And as far as sailfish goes, having the bait right on the surface with no leader, they only see the bait. They don't see the actual leader in the water. So you get quite often you'll get a more educated sailfish to get a bite out of them.
We're going to set up and put the kites out, and like Brian said, put the baits right on this side of that edge and see what we can get. Hey, dolphin, tuna, wahoo, kingfish, sailfish, you never know. Cobia, this is, it all happens together. They all travel together. Hey Brian, you seriously want me to fish with this today? I thought I was getting a fishing rod. We're bridling these baits with a little rubber band. You stick the rigging needle right through their back, and that rubber band, it keeps them from getting knocked off when a fish eats them. And the cool thing about this is we're targeting sailfish. We'd like to catch a sailfish, but there's a chance to catch a tuna, a dolphin, a cobia, anything will come down these edges. I mean, most of the guys probably fish 2 baits per kite, but you can fish as many as you think you can handle.
On a typical charter, we put 2 on each kite. We might get carried away and put 3. The bait you work so hard to catch overboard? They're like free at last.
I love how they try to find each other too when you throw them over. They all go.
I had a lady, they wanted to catch an amberjack, so I hooked the blue runner on a rod, and she didn't notice that we put the blue runner on the rod, and we put it down on the wreck, and I
She
let it
didn't see
down.
you bait the rod up, so
She didn't notice what we put on the
right,
bait.
right.
And she was up there having a drink, and her husband's letting the rod down, and he goes, honey, I think I'm getting a bite. She ran back, grabs the rod, sets the hook, and this thing is just fighting like crazy. An hour goes by, and she's like exhausted, about to give up. And what had happened is the blue runner that we had used for bait had slid up the line, George, and it's swimming at the end of the line right next to the boat.
with the amberjack down below it.
Yep, the amberjack's still down 150 feet, and she's looking over and she sees this little blue runner this big, and she starts crying to the point where she goes, I can't believe that little fish is fighting this hard. I'm such a wimp. Honey, I'm not meant for fishing. And she starts crying. It took us 5 minutes to get that lady to get back on the rod and explain what was really going on. And then she ended up catching like a 60-pound amberjack. She goes, that's much better.
He's trying. He's getting up the courage. Oh, I think you're on. You're on, Dan. Oh, I'm getting dumped. I'm getting dumped. Gotta watch the left side here too, right? Oh boy. Oh. This is a great bite too on the short. Just a nice big splash and wow. You got the freight train on there, Dan. Oh, on the left short. And we're hooked up to a triple. Get him, Dan. Let's quad this thing out. You don't mind if I finish my piece of chicken, do you? It's a crime, you know, to see sandwiches and full cans of beverages thrown on the deck. Guys, if you practice, you can eat and fight fish at the same time. It just takes a little bit of work.
Is that your idea of a chicken rig?
This is a chicken rig, yes.
Yours acts like a tuna, his acts like a false albacore.
When you're doing this kind of fishing, Brian, I mean, you have a chance to catch bonitas and tunas mixed together, right?
Oh yeah. This time of year, they're definitely swimming together.
Oh, he's going deep.
Dan still's got his fish on.
Coming back at you.
Are you guys together? Dan, are you together with him?
Yeah.
That's what it is. They came together.
Do you think they talk to each other? Hey, dude, if we get wrapped up together, we can break each other off. It's like a prison break. Slammers.
Big old false albacore. Pretty fish. False albacore.
Yeah.
No, BFP. George is trying to make a pet out of his.
I'm gonna name them.
Right short.
Short.
And another bite, and another bite. They're everywhere. You want to keep this one then for bait? It's a nice one.
Yeah. That is a big false albacore.
They're bruisers. Bruisers. Solid muscle. Never give up. And the way their tail's shaped, I can see how they get wrapped up all the time, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's a big wide tail.
Whenever you want. He's gonna come in and eat the flat line. Go ahead, quick. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh, hooked up, hooked up. We made a little bit of a move, and now we're inside, kind of fishing in this dirty water, just inside that little weed edge. So, all right,
Still got him.
Brian saw something right here, guys. Up in the
Pass
tower.
right in here, George.
Dolphin?
A sailfish.
Oh, okay.
There he is. He's on you, George. Wind, 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 wind.
And there he is. Fish on, Brian.
I was just saying, this looks like a good edge to start right here.
Oh, yeah.
Just as I was slowing down, I was like, there's a sailfish.
Well, that's it. And you whipped around there and put it right on his head. All right, sailfish on. There he goes, there he goes. Beautiful. There he goes. Oh! Woo! That's what people come to do.
There's nothing better than a sailfish on 12-pound spinner rod.
No, you got that right. What an acrobat. There he is. So explain what you saw there for a second, Brian.
I was pretty much getting ready to set up with the kites, George.
Uh-huh.
And I said, this edge looks pretty good. It went from green to blue. And he was just pretty much, in a sense, he was floating down sea. And I spun back around. It was kind of hard for me to keep up with him because I was afraid to drop the kites. But
Right.
we just idled up parallel to him. And he tossed the ballast, or the pilchard out in front of him. And
They don't miss much, do they? When you throw a little bait out there like that, they find it.
especially a fresh pilchard on a spinner rod. I mean, it's still got a lot of hum. And
Oh, yeah.
we have a fish come up and look at a bait on a kite that's been out for 20, 30 minutes and it's gotten a little weak, we'll throw him a fresh bait on a spinner and he'll eat it almost 80% of the time.
You see another fish there?
Just in case.
Yeah.
This time of year, they're
Oh, he didn't like that. Gonna jump, gonna jump. Oh, there he is, another fish, yeah. They're moving,
coming through up here.
coming through now. Put the
I knew
kite
the
out.
edge looked fairly decent. It was just,
Yeah.
we've had some monsters on this spring. At least we got it on the dolphin rod.
Huh?
At least we got it on the dolphin rod with a short leader.
Oh yeah, what a pretty fish. Big one too. Go out with Brian, let him drive you around here and throw at these fish. It'll ruin your fishing life forever because that's all you'll want to do afterwards. There's a double line.
It's technically a catch if we had a real leader.
Come here, pal. All right, put the bimini through the rod tip. That's a catch, right?
In my mind, we caught this fish. Great job, George.
There you go. There you go, Snooter. And look at that, lassoed.
Thank you, Mr. Sailfish. Part rodeo. You can just pop them off and release them.
Yeah, it'll come right off. There you go.
Sweet.
And there he goes.
Nice work, Sailfish. Thank you.
All right. So Dan, how long you been down here in the Keys?
I've been down here about 3.5 years. We vacationed down here quite a bit growing up.
Yeah.
Just absolutely fell in love with it coming down and knew I wanted to become part of the fishing scene down here.
Fish on!
Was it a sardine?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a false albacore. A sardine's like a Skittles to a false albacore.
I'm telling you, a red one. Look at how fast he goes in a circle. Oh, he's jumping. Oh, he's jumping. Oh.
Don't get him too dizzy.
I'm getting myself dizzy. Call him Squiggly Back Bonitas. We'll send him back. You don't need any more of these, right? You good?
We
All
have
right.
plenty.
What a fun fish to catch. So Brian, you've been fishing tournaments since you could get in a boat and go catch something and win something. You've won a lot of them, whether it's dolphin fishing or sail fishing. But let me ask something. What was the most, and this is out of all your career, but what was the most, I don't know, memorable tournament that you can remember that meant a lot because of maybe you had breakdown on the boat, you had tackle problems, something, and you were still able to get through it and win?
I think I'd have to pick one fish, and it was the dolphin I caught in the Coconuts Dolphin Tournament.
Well, that's always been a big
That's one of the hardest
yeah.
dolphin tournaments to win, but the way I caught it is my friend told me that he had saw a big dolphin on a pallet, and I went 20 miles, and I remember when he said he hooked up a fish near this pallet, where he was in relationship to me, so I ran back to where that was, and all I had was my handheld GPS to go by.
Wow.
And I figured out a speed and a drift, and I went 15 miles from that spot because it was like four and a half hours.
Right.
We figured out the drift, and we went up there and we found a piece of wood that we were working on at the same time he called me, and he was saying from here to that boat away. So I go, and my dad was with me. I go, Dad, the pallet's got to be right inshore. So to make sure we could find the pallet, we put our anchor ball on our piece of bamboo that we were on.
Okay.
And we knew, all right, it should be right around here. And we found that pallet. I ended up catching a 63-pound dolphin. To win the coconut.
That's insane. Fish on! Fish on, Dan! We went a little bit further south. We stopped right on this edge. This looks pretty good here too. We're just putting a couple pilchards out and seeing if we can get a fish to pop up. Haven't seen any dolphin or anything yet, but I think we're back to Bonito 101.
Look at him busting back there.
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, I'm on, I got a bite. Fish on, doubled up.
I think they found our baits.
I think they ate that scoop.
Dan, he just threw all your bait away.
I didn't have to catch it.
All that hard work.
We're throwing a few freebies out there so they find them. You know, our baits are mixed in with them.
Here they come. Watch this.
There they go. Boom! Boom! Boom!
You see that, Filter?
Take that! Oh, I'm on.
Hot action.
That's it. There's a lot of activity. Looks really good. Chum, chum, chum.
They will come.
Oh, there they are. Oh, busting, busting. Hey, Dan, right there. Oh, man. This will wear you out. What is this, 12-pound, right? Yeah, if you want to have fun, you catch these on 12-pound. That's all you want. Just think, if these jumped, nobody would want to catch anything else.
Wouldn't do anything else.
Oh, look at that. Come here, fish. My mom bought me a shirt not too long ago. It says your boat's ugly and your bait sucks.
Your boat's ugly and your bait sucks.
Yeah. Oh, fish on! Oh, he's not happy.
Is if you pull the hooks, George, you probably won't get it back to the boat.
Yeah, I know. Oh! Oh, 3 bites in a row. You gotta love it. Oh, there he goes. Another great day on the water right here in the Florida Keys, and make sure you tune in next week for Reeling in the Keys.
There's a place out on the ocean, ain't on a map anywhere. The captain's looking at the water, he knows exactly where to steer. No internet or Wi-Fi towers, all that stress is gone. The line's just went in the water, and somebody else fish on. And it's just another day, reeling in the Keys. We got that fishing feeling, there's no place we'd rather be. We're a million miles from nowhere, but we ain't lost at sea. Just loving life, living the dream, reeling in the Keys.